Kumite Radio, George,
Yes.
you got your OG next to you. Introduce him.
Jucao, Roan, Carneiro, Jucao. Welcome to Kumite Radio.
Thank you, guys. It's a pleasure to be here with you guys. Let's want to have some fun talk.
For sure, I got a lot of things I want to ask you.
Oh yeah,
Let's
do it, man. Let's do it. I'm excited. Here in Phuket with my man.
Second time.
Second
like
time.
3 months, 2 months, something like that.
Yeah, always last minute, and have a good time always.
2 weeks ago, you were at the ACB event. That event was in what city was it?
Dubai.
In Dubai, right? So you flew directly to Phuket from Dubai?
No, I went back home and stayed for a little bit, and then I went to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, to help my friend Luis Santos.
Okay.
And then from there, I kind of I knew him, but really last minute, and I kind of changed my flight and stick a little bit for 5 days. So get my people in Atlanta mad with me, but life is just one, man.
Seriously. It's paradise over there.
Oh my goodness. Not only that, you breathe fight, you breathe train, you breathe healthy, feel good. Everybody train, everybody, wake up in the morning, the street have the gyms where I have a Tiger Academy, Phuket top team. You see people running, early in the morning, people doing CrossFit around. That's a good environment to be, So
yeah, it's when you're down there, you feel, if you don't do nothing, you feel like you're missing your life or something like that.
Yeah, you just realize few important things in life, sometimes in America, business is important, making money is important, but you need to live the life, most of the time you forget about that. You just focus on business, make money, and you're not really living the life,
It's definitely living the life in Phuket.
Right?
And I think especially for people because I was the same way when I first moved here. I was just man, I never want to leave this place. And I still don't want to leave it, but I know when you first come, it's I don't know, it's it's so fresh and so, like you said, just everyone around traveling and coming to the same place to do the same thing is pretty cool. And it's cool seeing, the different fighters and stuff from around the world and everyone coming to one place to do the same thing. And it's just got a really cool island vibe to it.
One thing is kind of in America top team we have that too, on Florida, the headquarters. But here you can see many people around the world, so many styles, so different styles. You have Russians, you have Chechens, you have Europeans, high level K1 fights. They keep in training here for fight glory, fight, promotion in China. People even don't know in America, and Brazilians, of course, and it's a big mix of people around the world. Come to, like George said, come to one place to do the same thing, and that's awesome. That's awesome. That's
for
really
sure. It's become really cool. The Mecca of this part of the world, on this side, because the other side, there's so many different places you can go to, but over here, it's Phuket. That road,
right,
has become a Mecca. It's crazy, and it's such a short period of time too.
It is. That's what I keep in follow, I remember first time George came here and I was following him, he came for training and then he fell in love. I remember that. And they kind of have a tryouts for the team to be, right, George?
Yeah.
And I believe that at that time, Phuket was, even Tiger Academy was not big than they are right now, and in the other gyms as well. It's kind of crazy, but the last time I was here was a couple months ago. I don't know exactly. It was not even 1 year already. But in that short period of time, I can see growing a little bit.
Yeah.
For
sure.
Growing, even see more guys, the first time I was here, have a plenty Chinese, I think it was more than 100 guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rifle training.
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy. That's amazing. You know,
That's big money right there.
that's big money right here.
Oh, good old
Yeah.
Big
Chinese.
money. I still think there's huge opportunities down there. Like if you have some cash and you want to
Yeah, for
like
sure.
build something down there, there's still so much space. And
That's my plan for the future. I would love to. The only thing is my kids, but one kind of place like that is my. I would be happy. You know, I would be really happy here. Of course, when you're here, they have those. They already have the drama, but it's not the drama. I mean, if you have the drama here, it's stupid, man.
It's not the right race like in America. Like
Right.
everyone's hustling and bustling, and you're driving, an hour, especially in Atlanta. Like you're driving an hour
Yeah.
here, you're driving an hour there,
Yep.
and here you're just on a motorbike. And of course, anywhere you work, or there's always going to be some type of drama or like stress, but it's like very tamed down compared to like
Yeah.
America.
Is compared to my life and like exactly he wasn't saying now. Compare my life in Atlanta is miserable. Compare the life I have at the short time I am here. You know, I drive every day 60 miles. You know, maybe more.
Mm.
So I go to Alpharetta where the city where I live. I go train in the morning in Gwinnett at Douglas Lima. It took me like 29 miles, if no traffic, 45 minutes, if traffic, like 1 hour, you know, road trip back and forth. And then from Alpharetta where I live, I go to my gym in Midtown, and I have to see my kids. And then I spend the time with my kids. And I go where the traffic start to get like crazy, and it took me like 1 hour to be there teaching for 3 hours, three classes, and then I come back home at night, and there's no traffic. I took like 30 minutes. That's my life every day, Monday to Saturday, pretty much. It's
Yeah.
kind of, and then when you get here, and then have the drama when you get the gym, have the drama, and they have students like, it's kind of crazy. When Georgia, I think he's feeling there right now. When you are the head coach, when you teach, fighters, the students, they come straight to you to talk to you about something, about help with them. Oh, my training is good. My fight is going to be good. Yeah, I have a competition. I'm going to compete in 2 days. Imagine like kids, parents, everybody come to you to talk at the same time,
Definitely.
right?
Now I respect that. I understand.
Right.
Now,
And you,
as you know,
and it's like they just thinking about themselves. They even don't ask, hey, how you feel? You good? For example, the time when I was here, so his brother have the mosquito like a body hand or whatever. He was in the hospital. Imagine you have the kind of problem and you have to handle the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, the dengue. The dengue.
Yeah. Yeah. People sometimes they don't know Frank really well, but they come to him, hey George, like, oh, I have a fight coming up, I want to compete in whatever, and like, you need to handle that. It's kind of
stressful.
It's stressful. Yeah.
For sure.
That's coach life.
Yeah.
I could only imagine. It's just, especially when you have a room that is so big down there, and you have so many different fighters that want your attention.
Oh yeah.
You only have 24 hours in a day, and you got to sleep some of that time, right? So it's pretty crazy. But talk about coaching. You coach one of the, I say like one of the most famous heavyweights, to ever step into the octagon.
Right.
With Silva. Like, talk about coaching him, man. Like, being like such a massive individual.
Right.
How do you coach a type of person like that?
It's start with my manager. My manager said, Jucao, you be one of the. I think you can be the best like a coach. after you finish your career to fight. And I have a mission to you. I say, what the mission have to be? I need you to work with Bigfoot Silva. I'm like, holy shit, really? We have like amazing histories together, so many fights, like ups and downs, and it's pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool, I mean, I went to, I forget how many fights I had with him. Travis Brown. The very first one was Travis Brown. He was undefeated at the time. I think he was undefeated, or maybe he had one defeat. He was like the new heavyweight, the new guy coming up, and Bigfoot was about to start to going down. You know, he was big underdog.
Mm-hmm.
He went there and he knocked Travis Brown out. You know, make a big noise. Nobody expect that. They put Bigfoot to Travis Brown's step and eventually fight Cain Velasquez at the time. That was the plan. And then second fight, Alistair Overeem.
Oh,
massive. I think only me, Cattell was the strike coach, and the other guy believed Bigfoot could win the fight. Nobody else, you know. And he shocked the world, you know.
Talk about that one though. Like that one is one of the greatest like upsets, I believe, because like you said, nobody gave Bigfoot a chance, even though he already beat Fedor, right?
Yes,
he beat Travis Brown, and Alistair was like
Bigfoot. I'm telling you, Bigfoot when he's if he goes to the fight and if he's like beat on his night, no one can beat him. But sometimes, and he have some. I'll be honest with you all, you know, have some mentally problems. Mm. You know, his personal life outside sometimes get too much inside on his career. But when he's go there to fight, you know, I mean, and he's when everybody put him as an underdog, he go there and do crazy things. Nobody can expect him to do. You know, that fight in particular to Alistair Overeem.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, nobody believed it. Even like a Manu, I remember. Yeah. You know, everybody thought Overeem's gonna murder him, this and that. You know, at the weigh-ins, at the press conference, you know, everybody talk. You know, even the Brazilian meeting, you know, everybody was kind of like crazy, like questions about her, you know. And we get there, I think it's motivating him a lot, you know. When he got that point when he's big underdog and he feel like, you know, when somebody call you like ugly and, you know, he kind of have like a personal.
Complex.
You know? Yes, complex, yeah. Correct. And then he go there, you know, first round, Alistair Overeem beating him, but he starts to slowing. You know, and then I remember the second round, I think, I don't know exactly what happened, but a Bigfoot end on battle, you know. And then Alistair Overeem was on top, and then Bigfoot was screaming, like, come on, bitch, you know, that's the hard you can hit. Come on, hit me. He starts to get inside his mind, you know. And then you guys remember when he got on, they put in the final, stand him up again, and
yeah.
You know, kill him.
Yeah, that shit was
trying to hold him, and he yelled a lot of things, you know.
Hey, when I was watching that, I was like screaming at the TV. Like that was like one of the craziest things. Like he knocked him out on the feet. Like Overeem was like held up by the fence, and Bigfoot was just pounding him. It was like the craziest.
Not only that, he have a shoulder surgery like a few months ago. He could not stand his left arm. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know if you guys can watch. You know, some fights when they call his name. You know, when he stand his both arms, right? The left arm, at the time he could stand, and he hold his wrist and doing this. Right? You know, that's why he switched for southpaw, because he could even throw the jab. No, he's only have his right hand. If you see the knockout in Alistair Overeem, his left hand was not really touching him. It was all right hand. Bow.
Yeah, it was against the cage, right?
Yes, exactly. So the left hand really don't touch, because he could look, you know. It was an amazing fight, you know. I had like a big emotions with this big dude, you know. with the really crazy one against Mark Hunt in Australia,
Oh man,
was, oh my
It was a
God,
war.
yeah, the battle, was like, I mean,
the greatest heavyweight fight ever.
yes,
You
yep,
can't deny that.
yep, I agree,
Yeah, you can't deny it.
I agree,
It's like that should have been a draw. And if you watch that fight
yeah,
again, there's no winner. They're just like they should have been a draw. It's just been like, there's
Just
no
beating the
winner.
hell
You
out
yep,
of each
draw
other.
it is,
because
yeah,
that was crazy. Big ass heavyweights go all 5 rounds going just nuts
yep.
at each other.
So
And your
like
case side, what are you thinking through the whole fight? Like,
Oh my God, the crowd like went nuts. The crowd like was amazed. Was in Brisbane. Was amazed. Like they coming back and forth. Both guys have the good moment of the fight. Mark Hunt almost finished him. Bigfoot almost finished
yeah,
him. Mark Hunt broke his arm and broke his hands. Got a real mess up. Bigfoot got a bust his head too, his face too. Both went to the hospital.
what a war.
Yeah,
in a
was a
fight
was a
like that, Jucao, in a fight like that, the crowd is so loud.
oh yeah,
Like, how do
yeah.
you corner in that environment? There's no way to
They
really corner, right?
we still can corn. They
Oh, okay.
listen. We are pretty close.
So he knows your voice, like even though it's
Yeah,
loud, he can
and the
still
whole
hear.
team. At the time was Cattell, his strike coach, and
Mhm.
ATT. And me. At that fight, where Glover was in the corner too.
Oh,
Teixeira?
okay.
Glover Teixeira.
Teixeira.
Yeah, was me, Cattell, Glover. Who else? I think Steve Mako. No, Steve Mako was a. Mm, I have to think. No, the strength conditioning. That's right. Everton. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Now,
was a good time.
now with Bigfoot, like if you look back at his moments, like you were there for like the biggest moments of his career.
Yeah.
Like if you really think about it, he's had some of the best moments as a heavyweight in the UFC. Even though he might not have won a title, but he
Yeah.
fought for the title. He lost,
Yep.
of course, but against the best dude at that time. And then he
Yes.
got
It
those
is.
crazy knockouts of, what is it, Alistair Overeem and that fight against Mark Hunt. It's like it's
Yeah.
undeniable that,
Bryce
he's one of the
Brown,
best.
and then his career started to like, he in my opinion, he did not focus on his career.
Hmm.
He started to live outside too much, you know, and divorce and have another marriage, and then, his mind was not there. He was more, I mean, paycheck.
Mm.
You know,
Oh,
he
okay.
trained hard, did the camp, but it was not really,
Like for the love of fighting.
yeah.
Like it once was probably.
He was there like fight hard, but it was not like 100%. My opinion.
You were in
And then
his
he got
corner. You were in his corner at the kickboxing fight in
yes,
China, right?
yeah, yep,
That was
yeah.
when.
Uh,
Like-
was the last time we went here in Thailand?
Like I want to say like 3 months ago.
3
Yeah, it
months
wasn't
ago,
that long
probably.
ago.
Yeah.
And
But the fight what I like was the very first after UFC in Russia with a guy Ivan.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, that fight was. I mean, I can put you on one of my biggest crazy moments of Bigfoot's career too. He fought a dude from Russia. Like they tried to invest on this dude.
Mhm.
And it was like a box promotion. And they start to do MMA right now. The whole place was Yekaterinburg, the name of the city. I never forgot. And actually the fourth biggest city in Russia right now. And I think the guys are kind of local. The whole crowd was against us. Was amazing, making me remember like hockey for when a hockey fought Drago.
yeah.
Oh my God, it was the same. Was the Brazilian? It was only me, T-Ball, and Bigfoot. Like, you know. And then when they start the Russia thing, they like the crowd was like a sing so loud, and stop, and then finish. They keep like a stomp the foot. I'm like, let's go, Bigfoot.
It
You
seems
know?
like Bigfoot, he thrives in those situations where it's like
Yes,
everything's against him,
exactly.
and mentally
Yes,
he
correct,
could just boom,
correct.
like he switches something on,
Yes.
right?
It's kind of like is that the complex? Is that what you said? You know, he
Mhm.
kind of like they start to feel like, you know, he have the kind of complex. You know, the healthy problem he have. You know, I mean, it's like when there was other coming up, I think was he's one a guy cannot be out to have the TRT treatment.
Mhm.
You know, he's healthy.
Mhm.
You know,
I remember when you brought him to Atlanta, like how big his feet were and
yeah,
his hands. Like he was a ginormous man.
yeah,
A
he's like a
ginormous
giant.
man.
You know, and yeah, I mean, kind of crazy. And Uzada came, and then they have the whole thing. He's one kind of guy. He have to do the TRT thing.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
of course.
he
Everybody
don't
knows.
he don't produce testosterone at
Yeah.
all. You know, the testosterone what he produced at the time was kind of a guy to 75 years old.
Oh wow.
You
Shit.
know, low than like way low to the normal.
Mm.
You know, way low. You know, they kind of have like a small tumor on the inside the brain. You know, and they remove, but they still is not the same. He have to keep the TRT thing. You know, and he could not take. And then I mean, was in a cut weight to do 285, 285,
Cut a
no,
lot.
26 was
265,
265.
right?
yeah. He cut 25 to 30 pounds.
That's a real heavyweight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a
you
real
know,
heavyweight.
and make his testosterone way low. When he, you know, you guys know when you lose weight,
Yeah.
you lose testosterone. You know, was I think was at the point it started to be I mean, no good to him. You
So
know,
now he gonna keep fighting kickboxing or
yes, Gloria I think is gonna give him one more fight. You know, they
nice.
like it. They try to make a fight in Brazil. They want to make a Glory in Brazil, and they want to put Bigfoot to fight over there. You
Oh,
know,
that
and
sounds
still have
good.
a yeah, and he probably want to fight in Russia again too, or Fight Night Global. Yeah, he fought
Awesome.
there. His last MMA fight was Russian. I mean, this guy, I think is my opinion right now is one of the best heavyweight.
Yeah, dude's good. I remember
Yeah,
the fight. He's really good.
even I know even this guy fought in Bellator. I forget his name. He'll be a. I mean, I don't know for how long he's gonna fight Fight Night Global, but he can be a monster in the UFC heavyweight division right now.
Mm.
This Russian guy, you know, big as a Bigfoot and light as a, you know, the way he moved, the boxing,
Mhm.
wrestling, the guy is for real. I
I'm gonna have to look
forgot
that
the
up.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't remember his name, but I remember
he
watching him
fought. He
fight.
was a Bellator champion. He won at the time on the Grand Prix. I think he won. He won 2 times, if I'm not wrong. And then he don't have a deal with Bellator, and then he signed with Fight Night Global.
Do you go down to Coconut Creek often?
Bigfoot, but athletic. You know, they're I mean, what is his name?
I'm gonna look now.
Yeah, please.
Do you go down to Coconut Creek often?
Oh yeah, I do a lot.
All
I
right, I
go
want to ask
there.
you something about somebody that's
I
at
already
Coconut
know.
Creek. Huh?
What do you want to ask?
I want to ask you about somebody at
What do you want
Coconut Creek, about
to?
Kobe
Yeah, go ahead.
Covington.
I knew you were gonna ask that.
Of course, you know you're OG. You know, if the
Yes.
OG,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you gotta listen to the OG, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Of
ask you,
course.
like, what do you think about that situation?
You know, I don't like it at all. To be honest with you, I don't like it at all. You know, my conversation with him is really short. You know, we supposed to fight one time in UFC.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and ATT make the fight not happen. You know, I was my way to go to American Top 10 at the time to start my camp, and I mean they offered the fight to me. You know, and my manager said, "Oh man, you know they offered you to fight Kobe." I'm like, Alex, fuck, man. You know, I'm going to ATT right now. But to be honest with you, you know, it would be a good fight, you know. And then he turned down the phone with me, you know, hang off the phone with me and called Joe Silva. And Joe Silva said, like, Kobe accepted the fight. And then Alex called me, so mad. Oh, man, he accepted the fight. I said, let's do it. Oh, that's awesome. You know, I want to fight him too. I trained him a couple of times, and I know what's up, you know. But ATT, I mean, they make a way the fight to not happen, you know, and then they think start, you know, they fight them in mind, you guys already know, and they have that thing with Verdun, you know, he called, I think we have the point to promote that thing, you know. When you call a country like, you know, trash or you know, whatever he want to talk, I think it's a little bit disrespect. I think he passed the limit, you know. Some Brazilian guys, some friends, like, will keep in talk to him, you know, and he come like, oh, you know, man, with me, you know, he's a marketing, you know, you know, I want to build up my name, you know. But it's like, I think
if that's really how you feel, then do you. But
right,
if it's not,
it's not him, it's not his, you know. And I mean, I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. You know, I mean, if he come to me and say something about him, I'm gonna start to argue with him for sure. You know, I just when I'm there, I just try to avoid him. He's like, for me, he don't exist. He don't stay there. You know, he's like invisible.
Does Masvidal train there?
What's that?
Masvidal.
George. Yeah, Masvidal is cool.
Yeah, I love him.
He's still there. Masvidal is cool. You know,
he seems like a really cool.
Yeah,
guy.
He's a really OG. We know each other for a long time. You know, since when I started to train the American top team.
And I like the way he fights.
Yeah, 12 years ago. You know.
He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. And get back to Kobe. And I don't believe he can beat Tyron Woodley. To be honest with you, you know. I mean,
I'll agree with that.
Yeah,
I can't. I mean,
did you train with Tyron?
You're gonna have a good fight. Yes, I help him to them in mind.
Oh, okay.
You know, yeah, I help him to them in mind. You know. By the way, look at that. You guys know Damian Dan Lambert, the owner for American Top Team,
he's
right?
The big boss. Right?
Yeah, the big boss. And he texts me, and you guys of course know Shoeface.
Yes.
Yeah, so Shoeface, and he texts me, Shoeface, and Coach Pahupa, right? I say, hey guys, I know, you know, Kobe's a dick and is a dick, you know, this and that. But I would love to have, you know, if you guys can help him for them. I'm like, you know, then for American Top Team, but he not get the point to talk a lot of shit to Brazil at the time. You know, I say, you know, then he put his numbers, well, everybody texts each other in that kind of group. And I'm like, there, for American Top Team, I do, you know, and for you too, because he helping a lot of other things too. You know, he's really, you know, nice guy. And Shoeface agreed to help him too. And at the same time, I came to China for Bigfoot, you know, and I was between come back to United States to help Kobe or come to Phuket.
And then you came here.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, I'm sorry, but I'm like, you know, I'm gonna be busy here. I have a seminar to do in Thailand or whatever. Unfortunately, I can't come back right now to help Kobe. Imagine like if I went back from China and not came to Phuket, right, to help this motherfucker. Sorry, my words. Sorry to curse. You know. And after that fight, he talked a lot of things what he did about my country, and I, you know, and I'm gonna lose the opportunity to be here with my man and be here in Phuket. You know, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I'm so glad, you know, I can.
It all works out. It all works
instead,
out.
Oh my God, big time. Instead to be there and help him. Oh.
Because you would have been really mad. You know, you'd have been really angry.
I would kill myself.
It's just
myself. Yeah, I would call him and say, man, come on, are you fucking kidding me, man? You know? And for that fight with Demian Maia, his camp was all Brazilians.
And now I hope so.
all help him. Shoeface, Leo Leite, he fought for Bellator with Phil Davis. At the time, he was in the ATT helping him. Adriano Martins is a light. He used to fight for UFC lightweight.
Oh yeah.
Southpaw was helping him on the ground and on the strike because Southpaw. Marcos Parrupa is a BJJ head coach over there. Gleison Tibau, because he was Southpaw. Who else? He have a Buscapé. He's a black guy used for UFC now. He fought for ACB. He probably have 6 to 8 Brazilian guys helping him for that fight with them in mind. Wow.
And they all understand that it's marketing?
Yeah, those guys, yes, but I don't. Yeah. You know, Bigfoot don't. A lot of the guys don't.
It must. I know ATT is huge, but it must just be like, yeah, it must just be so many people that there's so many different things going on, like so many parts moving that everybody's not going to be on the same page. Like some people think this and some people go this way and other people go another way. And
it's professional, man, you know, really professional. You know, we have a lot of guys, a lot of weights, you know, same goal.
It's almost like a roster of people.
Yes.
Like coaches, there's so many coaches there and
a lot of fighters, you know, and
it's a professional team.
Really professional.
Yeah, it's a professional team. It's like a basketball team or a football team.
Training there is amazing right now. The room is like plenty of talents, you know. You look to the side, you see like light, we see Adriano Moraes, one FC champion, Renan Barão, Pedro Munoz.
Gucci. Gucci's out there.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Poirier. Who you said was there?
Gucci, the Japanese.
Yeah, oh my God. He's amazing. Yes. So they all train together. Poirier.
Juan Puerta.
Yeah. And Juan Puerta. Who else? Have a kid. He's a Titan champion. He's a West.
Jose Torres, shorty.
He's tough. This dude
How good is he? How good is Shorty?
On, right?
He's really good. Really good.
Didn't you just have him on?
Yeah, I just interviewed him not too long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. He's really tough.
Cool kid.
Yeah, he's a cool kid. Really hard work. You know, he's really focused on his thing. And
he's a 2-division champ. 2-division champ.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
I think UFC already called him.
Yeah, many times.
Yes, and he could not make or something.
Yeah, he was injured.
He was injured, right? Yeah, that's injured. Right.
Yeah.
So eventually he will.
Of course. You know? I want to go back with you, like in history, because I think a lot of people forget about this fight, which is your second fight ever, Mecca World Valley Tudo, that people don't even really think about when they see you, right? Because they know you from the UFC, you know what I mean? Like all the other promotions, but they don't know the roots. Like your second only fight, and you fought Anderson Silva.
Yeah. Was the kind of challenge at the time.
Yeah.
You know,
like, because he was already established right at that time.
Yes. He was Shuro champion. He just beat Hayato Sakurai at the time. I was Penez brown belt champion. And my second MMA fight, and his coach was Rudimar Fedrigo at the time. He challenged, you know, any 80-kilo guys in Brazil at the time for Anderson Silva on his backyard, you know, and the offer come in my chest, you know. At the time was.
How old were you?
Now I'm 39. At the time, I forget it. I was 20-something, and I saw a lot of guys who supposed to take the fight, like a turn down, and I'm like, man.
Do you know who?
I don't want to call names, you know, but definitely guys who, I mean, was more named than me, you know, and he got that challenge, and then I'm like, they start to like mention my name, you know. I know everybody at the time was believe on me, Man, I was trained with Nogueira's brothers, Arona,
Bustamante was in your corner, right?
Bustamante was my coach, yeah. Zemar Sperry too, you know. Anyway, I take the challenge, flew to his city, Curitiba, and the show
So OG.
the show was organized by Rudimar Fedrigo, who was coach from Anderson. I remember at the weigh-ins was his whole Chute Boxe crew and his family. His old son was in his lap, at the weigh-ins, and that day the weigh-ins was me, the other guy who was supposed to fight from Brazilian top team, Carlos Barreto. I don't know if you remember. He fought UFC too, heavyweight. Carlos Barreto. He fought Kevin Handleman. It was me, him, and the other coach, and the whole room was in the weigh-ins was the one hotel, and the whole Chute Boxe started to scream like what they scream, hey, yeah, kill him, and face off. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna kill this dude tomorrow. I don't care. Fights going on. The guy, he was so experienced the time for me. Yeah. I learned a lot in this fight.
Sure.
I try to make the words in English. It's like when the guy have a lot of experience in the ring. We call they have the ring experience.
Yeah, like ringmanship, like savvy ringmanship.
Ringmanship, like, yeah. In Brazil, you kind of say, ringmanship, and I did have that at all. His jab. I learned
probably so much after that.
I learned throw my jab at the fight, the way he throw. A lot. When I grab him, it is what it is. His body was whole Vaseline. Whole Vaseline. and I was like holding him. I was thinking like, if I complain, it's not gonna work. What should I do? Like come to the half. Was Pedro Rizzo at the time? I mean, complain or keep in fight. I said, Jucao is not gonna work. Keep in fight. And I got some punish. We going back and forth. I took him down. I was like take my time.
Yeah.
I was about to, just recover from the beginning of the fight. Was at the time was 10 minutes. First round was 10 minutes, and then second and third round was 5-minute round.
That's so OG too.
That's the Japan's. That's the Vale Tudo original.
Yes, like a Pride rules. Pride rules have stomp. We have a soccer kick, whatever. No elbows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and in any part on the floor, on the ground, no elbows. He got it. He closed, my body. He triangle my body. Put his hook inside. That's something really special with Anderson. He always creates like things people really don't expect. When he do the triangle on me, I'm like, oh man, come on, you're not gonna do it. I was about to take my time, stand him up, keep him punch, make him open the guard, try to pass, and eventually submit him. Was my game plan. He's sweeping with that thing, the triangle. He put his hook inside my legs and turn. He ended up on the mouth, but a triangle my body. I'm like, oh my God. And then I could resist, was TKO. And after that, I got 5 straight wins, And the interesting, one thing making me so happy at that fight, I was just starting to do Muay Thai in box. I started to do like Muay Thai in box a couple months ago, maybe 8 months ago. I was straight jiu-jitsu guy, I think some kicks I throw him or some kick I check, he could not walk after the fight. I'm like, okay, you kick my ass, but my Muay Thai works.
So now you see him.
Really friend, yeah, we trained. He went to Brazilian top team after. He trained a couple of times. A lot of times actually.
Did you think if you look at that fight, because I've seen that fight a few times, like the people in that ring and the people around the ring, it's crazy the names that are there.
Oh Wow.
like Rafael de Cordero, Vanderlei Silva,
Yes.
Pedro
Oh man,
Rizzo's the referee,
I remember,
Bustamante.
man. Like I remember, like Bustamante and Mario Sperry and Bebel was behind me, and my Muay Thai coach Nikolai. At the other side, we have Rafael, Vanderlei, and I think Rudimar.
Yo,
And I remember,
legends.
yes, and
Yeah.
Vanderlei was look at me like, you want, you're gonna die. Yeah, Anderson, you're gonna kill him. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna die today, bro. The whole crowd, and finish the fight. Gotta, bust my ass, bust my face. I went to the ambulance to do the stitch, and the crowd starts to like, throw me bottles because we don't like each other at the time. Brazilian top team from Rio de Janeiro, from Chute Boxe, they don't stand together. It's like one of the biggest rivalry in the
Ever, yeah.
and the MMA at the time. We have a lot of histories to.
That's crazy.
I mean, back the days in Japan, in Europe, one time they make a Chute Boxe against Brazilian top team. Was three fighters from Brazilian top team against three fighters on Chute Boxe. And I kicked that. We did 3 wins at the time. I fought Carlos Popeye. This guy, people really don't know him. He fought. He was undefeated until he lost for I don't remember if he lost for Palhares first and then he lost for me, or he lost for me and then he lost for Palhares. But this guy supposed to be the biggest name Chute Boxe have. He knocked him out Vanderlei a couple times.
And then that's who you fought.
Yes, the guy was
what country?
Portugal in Europe. The guy was a power lift, strong, really strong. And everybody say like his hands was nasty. His knockout power was amazing. And they come to me, oh, you want to fight Popeye? His nickname was Popeye. And oh man, he's the you guys know me. He's Pedro Rizzo actually told me that he's supposed to be like the number one guy in Chute Boxe, but at the fight, they build up him. He don't have a lot of offers to fight, but he knock him out ninja. He make a Shogun have a hard time. Everybody knew it. Talk about that. I'm like, wow, I'm gonna fight another beast. But unfortunately, I mean, gladly I finished. The fight. The guy was hard. Was a good memories too for these guys.
That's crazy. Like all the history, not just in Brazil, but all over the world.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to make a documentary about the rivalry between Chute Boxe and Brazilian top team. Like
the whole thing can start when in Japan, when a guy, a Japanese guy, heavyweight, he supposed he was about to fight Anderson Silva, big heavyweight, fought in UFC a couple times. You know Asuero, right?
No, but maybe if I saw.
Yeah, he fought Todd. Was Todd Duffin?
Yeah.
First fight in Brazil.
Yep.
I mean, and this his manager talked to Marspe to put his Japanese to train with the Brazilian top team guy, and we kill him, submitted him like a few the week at the fight. Was heavyweight. Not lose weight, and then Mario come to Rudimar and say, man, it's gonna be easy fight for Suero, man. We kick his ass, this and that. We Mario give the feedback of the guy to Asuero, hey, it's gonna be good for you guys. And Asuero took oh, you guys help the Japanese to beat us. And he go from the guys and tell them, hey man, you guys don't believe, man. Those guys help, these Japanese to beat Asuero. Now's the war. The next day, Ricardo Roan went to the breakfast. And he have no idea what's going on. And he come to Vanderlei Silva, say, hey, good morning, man. And then Vanderlei fuck you, man. Don't talk to me. And they're hey, come on, man. Try to be polite with you. What's going on? Hey, man, fuck you, man. You want to fight? And then Arona, Arona is like a, hot blood. They was about to fight in the break fast, and then the whole Japanese Pride crew came like separate, you know. At the time was not the man. Their history is funny, man. And the whole Brazil was the Chute Boxe crew was everybody was there, and the Brazilian top team was only Arona, Libório, and few other guys. The other part of the team came the next day, right? And then was the war, like was the Japanese tried to change the hotel to not they fight on the inside, and Chute Boxe they always walk with each other, and then the other part came like Nogueira's brother, Alan Goss, Maris Perry, like the older part of the troop from Brazilian top team come, and then oh yeah really let's gonna kick those guys, let's gonna kick yeah. And everybody from Chute Boxe, they never walk by themselves. They always walk by groups, But at that time, Anderson Silva was alone, and everybody was waiting the elevator, and Anderson was by himself on inside the elevator, right? And then the elevator got in the lobby and opened the door. It was the whole Brazilian top team, and Anderson Silva got inside. And then everybody like, oh, and he started to touch the bar to close the elevator. Man, he got a white, bro, But we're not going to do anything with him, just like a mess a little bit. And then he started to like close the elevator, and then we got inside. And then he's like, he tried to, he was really scared. Then he go off, he thought like we're going to kill him or whatever. We start to like, play with him. Hey, look at him. He's by himself. And when he get off to the elevator, And then the Japanese say, if you guys fight, I want to make a penalty for you guys. You guys have to pay. I'm going to, suspend you guys to fight. Then start to get,
calm down
a little bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
When the money's involved, you got to chill out.
Yeah. But man, Chute Boxe, they always like that. You guys can watch when Shogun fought Coleman, Mark Coleman, when he broke his arm, and they have the brawl inside inside the cage, and they fight to go to the backstage. I don't know if you guys follow that.
Oh, of course,
right? Yeah, and they always like that, man. They took the fight so personal, And I remember was the Americans get together, because was Kevin Handeman, Coleman, and Rampage, Quinton Rampage, Phil Baroni, But they are not the same team. But they are American. They got together to fight against the Chute Boxe. And it was not counter, was against Chute Boxe because the Brazilian top team was there. But we always are cool with Coleman. Man, we hanging out together. We go to the bars.
Think about that crew though.
Kevin Handeman, Baz Hooten. Baz Hooten. We go to the bars and have a lot of fun together. Kevin Handeman's
what a crew of Americans.
Kevin Handeman is the guy, when he died, I'm like get so upset. That guy is one of the best like martial artists I met in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Handeman. He's a true fighter. He's true, man. He's like, you gotta so pump when you sit with him and talk. He's so motivated. He's so, he's the kind of guy. When he go there, he go to fight. He not give a damn. The way he talk. I remember I fought Rio Chonan on Deep Japan and one week before Pride, and then I hanging out. Then I cut my eye, and he came to me and said, "Hey, dude," my English was worse, but I understand. He's like, "Hey, dude, they have a battle last week. I was there, man. It was a good fight, man." And I'm like, "Damn, Kevin Handeman was there. I even don't know." And he come to me and talk. "Come on, you deserve a beer, man. You deserve a beer. Come on. Let's take a beer." And they took a beer. We played pool, and then, it was awesome, man. One funny thing about that day too, Mark Coleman fought. I forget who Mark Coleman fought. And at Japan, like we go really early for the arena.
Yeah,
right?
like 10 in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah, when I fought in Deep, it was 10 in the morning we went.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but we go really early over there.
I was so
hours before the fight start, you know. And then we go there. We have we kind of train, check the ring, you know, blue corner, red corner, and was at the same corner with Mark Coleman and Kevin Handeman. And they start to like you know, train, and then the training starts to get a rough, and then they start to like a brawl with each other. Bah, bah, bang, bang. And I think Handelman like a hit Coleman and make him bleed, you know. And it's like, girl, look at that, Kevin, what the fuck? Walk my mouth, you bleed in my mouth, you bleed in my mouth, bro. This shit was did not fake. It was for real, you know. It's like, oh, and they call him and go running and like a jump the ropes and keep walking to the backstage and like a yell everybody, like a scream by himself. Kevin Hunt, you fucking crazy, man. You coming here to help me. Look, my mouth, now it's bleeding. Ah! And they're like 100 men like go behind him. And this guy's crazy, man. You know, oh, I came here to help him. And he's like, you know, it was so funny. It was so funny, man.
Man, like like you were there for like, to me, probably the best moments of MMA history. Like,
oh my goodness.
You cannot even compare it. Like nowadays, MMA is different from that time.
Oh man, I miss those
think.
days. I was with
Yeah,
I was with Arona and against Sakuraba. Oh my God, we're talking about 60,000 people.
That's insane. In
Okay.
the
Saitama Arena. I think you guys know Saitama Arena. They can like
it extends.
They extend like.
Hey, when I fought there, there was like 4,000 people. It was a little bit here and a little bit there. But then I went to the UFC and it wasn't even probably as big as that. It was
probably
insane.
They come like they shot like to 55 to 60 to 30 or something. You know, the stairs coming out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I mean they open and then they start getting in, and then the capacity like a jump to 30 to 60,000 people.
That's crazy.
You know, we talk about a lot of people. I never saw something about this in my whole life. You know, a lot of people. I was in the cage. You see people far away. I mean, a lot of people around. When Sakuraba get inside the, you know, the I forget her name. The woman like a call the fighters.
Oh, yeah.
Lenny Hart.
Lenny Hart. Yeah, she worked for
Road now.
Road, right?
Yeah.
She's Road.
Yeah.
She used to work for ONE FC.
Yeah.
And Sakuraba come like a small bicycle, you know, like I go to the school. I'm like, holy damn. And people get nuts, like a lot of fireworks. You know?
The show is so good.
Yeah, oh my God. We do a show over there. It's different. They promote the fighters. They're not, I mean, and eventually the whole thing promote themselves, but they really promote the fight. You know, the announcement, you know, they put like I remember the day, like before the fight start, they have the ceremony to start, right? And they put like all fighters in different parts of the arena. You know, the all lights was off, and then they call like the name.
Oh, and then the light comes on.
And then they like come the spot like you know, and the other guy, the other side, you know, and the big screen keep it. I mean, at that time, you know, the show they did, it was not even compared for those days. People have no idea what it is. You know, 60,000 people scream your name. You know, when you get off to the arena, we go inside the bus. It's hard to the bus get off to the arena. The fans like keeping, you know, scream. They have like a gifties. You know, I remember the time. I mean, we opened the door and they keep like give the gift like anything you can imagine, like, you know, teddy bears and chocolates and you know,
Fans just crazy for
rolls, like ladders, you know, shirt, and they cry,
It's
you
insane.
know.
So insane.
Yeah. So I remember that you one time, we always get there, get inside the Tokyo, and then you go to have a kind of park in the Tokyo when we get off to the jet lag and we go running for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and then always when you go there was some problem, like the fans like recognize, you know, because we keep do laps until do 30 to 40 minutes, and they kind of know, oh man, you know, Tari, you know, Nogueiras, you know, Brazilian top team guys, they run around. Da, 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 da. When we stop to run to like do shadow box and breathe, you know, the break sweat, the old fans came. Wow, we're talking about a lot, guys, a lot of people,
It's crazy.
and that's the good thing. Talking about kids to old to youngs, you know. I mean, so sad because they lost what I'm seeing. They lost this right now. When a UFC bought a Pride, they kind of like you know,
Not the same.
not the same.
Like the culture.
The culture like
completely different.
yeah.
Definitely. Before I let you go, I just want to talk about, you know, since we're in Asia, talk about you fighting in Korea. Because, you fought for Road one time. You went in there in
Yeah.
2012, a while back, and you beat who is right now the middleweight champion pretty easily. But the thing is, like, during that fight, did he tap? Because,
He
when
screamed
he screamed
loud,
loud. Yeah.
and to be honest, the way I was hanging on his arm, I would broke because my arms, my hands was grabbing his wrist and my head was on the ground. So my whole weight
Was back.
was on yes, and his arm was not this way, it was their way, on my way their way. Cannot be a Superman to lift somebody on this way here, you know. And my head was on the ground. I would broke his arm, you know, and he screamed, and then I mean verbal tap, and then the referee stop. I mean, and then he pretend to complain, you know, he pretend to complain, but and then he's like, he kind of like, yeah, he kind of like accept.
Yeah, you yelled.
Yeah, he was more mad to yell than, you know, he yelled and they say, oh, I don't tap. I said, really? Really?
Maybe, since he's a champion, maybe down the line you can fight him again.
I would love to, you know. I have 3 fight deals with 3 more fights with ACB, but I love it I love it to fight Korea. I supposed to fight that 2 times, but at the 2 times I got hurt. One time I broke my hands, one time I turned my knee. One time was against oh my God, the Olympian, the guy foreign pride, the Olympian judo Korean guy. You know what I'm talking about?
It's not OG, your boy, is it?
Really, he's pretty.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. The name is slipping my mind.
Yes, they gave me that fight. They offered me that fight. I was really excited to do. And the other one was Minoa from Japan.
Oh.
And Minoa was my really good friend.
He was just here last weekend.
Minoa, I don't know if you guys remember, he lived in Brazil at the time. And we live in the same building at the time.
Oh.
Because it was cheap. You know, the place where I used to live over there was front of the gym. And he was living there too. Because he was trying to save some money. And Minoa was my buddy over there. I was kind of friend, like show him the city, hanging out with him, you know. And they offered the fight. I was kind of, but he accepted, and then, you know, but the fight don't happen because I got hurt too.
Yeah, that's interesting. Like, today you're talking about fighting guys that you've trained with and guys that you know. And I think that's what's interesting about MMA is that at the end of the day, it's a job. So,
Yeah,
you got to get paid. So you know,
Yeah.
it's like there's certain people
At
you
that
would not
case,
fight, right?
yeah.
But then there's
At
certain guys, right?
at that case, because he was my friend the past years and years and years. I was kind of like there,
Mhm.
But my teammate, if my teammate like real close teammate, I don't fight.
Yeah.
I don't
But
fight.
that's understandable, I think. But if it's just like somebody that you've trained with, or you know that
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
train a
okay
little
with, I mean,
bit.
I think
Yeah,
it's all good.
yeah, yeah,
Especially if there's a lot on the line in that
yeah,
fight. You know, like
yeah,
you got to take
yeah,
it. You got to go with.
yeah,
You got to
yeah.
go with that, right? Um. So what's the plan for you now?
I'm here, enjoy the life a little bit, train and fight in NCB as soon as possible. I can't wait to have a call for them. Hopefully they give me some time. Don't give me
Mhm.
short notice because,
Yeah, of course. It's not.
and I want to plan to make my camp here in Thailand.
Oh,
I
okay.
supposed to did my last fight. This last fight I supposed to make my camp here, but I have some issues in my gym and I could not leave. But I'm planning to come back here and do my camp here with my man.
Stress
You know,
free,
Well,
time
yeah,
different.
that
it
like
is.
the roles reverse, kind of, right? In a
Yeah,
way, you know, it's
it's
kind of a trip, right? Like how that could.
I'm at the point that I'm not gonna tell ATT, man. ATT is amazing,
Mhm.
amazing atmosphere. I mean, but I'm the point like I want to enjoy. I want to be
Mhm.
happy.
Mhm.
You know, that's the thing. I want to make my camp happy.
Hey, even you train here, you're still gonna, represent ATT.
Yeah,
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I want to. I want, and I'm sure I can do the same training and here too. Have amazing guys. I mean, amazing strike, amazing coach. Amazing grapplers in wrestling too. You know, and but the way I'm gonna make my camp here is gonna be so motivated. Just the fact to train, sleep, no drama free.
Mhm.
Yeah, no
You
distract.
know,
That's the great thing about here. Like you said earlier, it's like the
yeah,
mecca now. It's because it's cheap. You can get cheap. Like the flight's the most expensive part. You get
yeah,
cheap housing, cheap food, cheap everything, and good training, and you don't have any stresses from that.
yep,
Being at home. So
yep. And
Especially
the
at a
way,
island poke bowl.
yeah, you can go to Island Poke Bowl. You can
yeah.
eat great food. You can
Oh my
keep
God! By the way, I went there 2 times. Is my did two breakfasts over there. Oh
tomorrow
my
start the sushi burrito,
goodness! Just look at that.
sushi burrito
I need to
menu tomorrow.
try. I need to try. You
Get the
know,
discount.
and
Of
I'm
course.
big dude for 170. I need to cut a lot of weight,
Huh.
so I'm sweating here a lot. I even don't check my weight, but I'm sure I'm light.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know,
Sweat all the
yeah.
time.
And the fact like you go to the gym and you can train without shirt, you can lift weight without shirt.
Yeah, not have to wear long sleeve or sweatpants.
Right? You can have to. You want to if you want to go to the store without shirt. Oh man, are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Comfort.
You can do that in America.
You got anything
One,
else going on like in Asia that you want to talk about, or it's just
yeah, man. I'm talking with the Road FC, and and we are build up want a relationship to to make a grappling and BJJ side.
Mhm.
I'm kind of want to be a consultant and help them. I'm pretty excited about it. You know, they gonna have a show in July. I think it's gonna be the first one they're gonna start to do a BJJ tournaments, or I'm kind of gonna help him. I'm excited because that's gonna make me close to Phuket.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
gonna make close to Thailand.
6 hour
You know,
flight.
6 hour
yeah,
flight.
6 hours. Oh,
Yep,
that's what I'm
easy.
talking about.
Easy.
Yeah,
Easy peasy. All right,
yeah.
Jucao, thank you, man, for your time. I know
Thank
you're
you,
a
man. Would love to
businessman.
do another one, with more time. I'm
Yeah. And then when you go home, you, Douglas, whoever,
yes, we can do
by email, easy.
by while I'm there in America.
Yeah, in America,
Oh
he send
yeah.
you the email. Easy.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
yeah,
do it
yeah.
like that.
What time there is America now? 10
10 in
a.m.
the morning. Yeah, 10 a.m.
That's the hard part.
People can do it earlier or later, whenever.
Okay.
That
Maybe early
Or
for you
can do
guys and later.
yeah, sometimes can do in the
Yeah.
morning for us, or
Yep.
no worries. John can, we can work it out.
We could work it out. But hey, I'd like to thank you. Like talking about. I love hearing about the pride stories because, especially from somebody that was there, which is just like, you hear things that you'd never. It's like the Bible. Like in the Bible, there's like the different books in the Bible, and each person's telling the story from their point of view. It's everybody's viewpoint is different, which is.
I have so many histories, and I have a video, and I have a lot of, at the time was small tapes on the camera. I probably have like between 10 to 15 tapes.
Oh wow!
Couple hours, but I lost everything.
Oh damn!
And
that would have been gold. That could have been a documentary.
You guys have no idea what I have. Like Anderson Silva trained with us. They have a kind of school for open workouts, right? And they set the time for Brazilian top team and Chute Boxe train. But and sometimes we train at the same time, and just like one door, split, for separate us.
Oh wow!
And we can hear everything. They can hear what we talk. They can hear, and I have them on video. I mean, what they call, I have. You guys have no idea. The backstage. I have the backstage. When I run fought Sakuraba, when the Minotaur fought Shogun.
That's insane. So much history.
I lost everything on my move to Brazil to United States.
Well,
unfortunately, I lost.
You got it right here.
I got it right here. I would love to have.
You just got to put it on the tape. You just got to release it. So
many things. One day, you got of course, you guys know the MMA junk, John Morgan.
John Morgan, yeah.
Yeah, I sit on the bar with him, and we take a beer, and I start talking about this whole thing. He got us so impressed. He's like, man, wow. And he called all the guys to keep heard the history, when Palhares get to Brazilian top team to the first time, he came to when a real poor city from Brazil, and no money. He sleep on the street. He just eat like a 2 slice of bread and milk and coffee, and go to Brazilian top team. And Murilo don't let him train because it was the pro training. People don't know who he is. No, man, you can't train. You have to train a beginner, right? And then the coach
started taking legs home.
And then the coach for beginner said, Murilo, this guy can train beginner anymore because he kill everybody, And my ass too, It's kind of embarrassing. He had to train with you guys, and then finally they let him train. And I remember Minotauro got late to the train, and Palhares was red, and then Minotauro warming up real fast. And then he's like, I'm gonna take this guy here to just warming up, and then I go to the other guys, and then Palhares give him a hard time, and then Nogueira say, hey, let's go one more, and then Nogueira could not submit him, and then he did 3 times. Nogueira started submitting him. And I think Nogueira called him one more time, and he's like, Coach, I can't do any more because I don't eat breakfast. And then Zemar saw and start to sponsor him, pay, place to him to leave, I'm going to try to find, they have a guy on YouTube from Japan. They make a documentary about his life. Yes, but it's all in Japanese. You can, if you put it on YouTube, if you put Palhares or whatever, it's hard to find. It's hard to search because all in Japanese on YouTube. And have kind of 8 episodes.
Oh wow,
it's pretty big. Yeah.
All right, Jucao, thanks for your time, man, and we'll definitely talk when you come to Korea.
For sure. July.
I'll see you here, man.
All right.
Peace.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Peace, bro.